Hello, my love, and welcome back to my channel. I am Oshun's Oracle, and if you are seeing this message, it is not by mistake. You are here for a reason. I have set my intention, I have said my prayer, but before I start, I would like to thank you for allowing me into your energy and trusting me, as it is always my intention to assist you with reaching the designated path you are meant to be on for your highest good. Ashe. Now, before I started this reading, I set the intention in asking, what is it that this specific collective needs to know? What is it that you need to know? And clearly there is a desire for love, adoration, and overall newness that I have been getting with you. So I feel like this reading is going to be love message based. So regardless if you are in a relationship, if you are totally single, maybe love is not even on your mind, but you're just a little bit curious, sit back, relax, make sure you hit that like button, and if you are not already, subscribe so you can be notified when I give you more messages that assist you for your highest good. Ashe. So we're going to jump straight into it. What is it that my sweet love needs to know in regards to love? You have been working a lot, a whole lot, maybe a little too much. Even if you feel like you haven't been as productive as you need to be, there's a lot of mental activity that I am getting with you. How is this significant for your love life? Yes, you are desiring to make connections with more people, maybe even trying to figure out ways to make work easier for you too. So this makes me feel like, regardless if you work a standard job, if you are a content creator yourself, if you are desiring to start up a business, wanting to get assistance with a project that you're wanting to get off the ground, help is on the way. Yes, you are in this energy of growing in a multitude of ways. So I'm getting multiple streams of income is significant for you. You could be trying to figure out how to bring in multiple streams of income. This is coming up in your reading because as you are in this energy of attracting, not only are you attracting more money, you're attracting more suitors. The Empress card is here. I'm getting Libra energy, Cancer energy, Pisces energy, Scorpio energy, a lot of water energy. So a water sign could be significant in your Venus or even your descendant sign. Because I know with the ascendant sign, also known as the rising sign, this is how you show up in society, right? So your descendant is really the opposite. It's the type of energy that you attract when it comes down to people, because your rising sign is like your physical features and how people receive you. So your descendant sign is how you receive other people and what would naturally align to your energy, as well as what would coexist good with your Venus sign. Yes. So it could be that your Venus and your descendant sign are close together. Like, let's just say your Venus sign is in Taurus and your descendant sign is in Aries. These two energies work very well together because Aries energy is not only a cardinal energy, it's very strong, very bold, very take charge. So the type of partner that you may want is someone who embodies that type of energy, but the way you receive them too is going to coincide with that Taurus energy of them being loving, them kind of being a little bit stubborn, but stubborn in the way they love you, stubborn in their protectiveness, stubborn in their way of comforting you and wanting to just be an overall good partner to you. Yeah, you have a very strong intuition, very strong intuition. You could be a reader yourself. even if you just practice Reiki, whether you do candle wax readings, if you read tea leaves, if you are just an overall astrophysics, you may love astrology, you may love to look at the stars. You could also be a 90s baby. I'm getting that too. Even if you are not, you could be an 80s baby, maybe late 80s baby, but I'm getting the 90s is significant. Maybe you desire to have a relationship that is rooted in that energy, because the 90s gave off authenticity with love. The 90s gave off the energy of we love each other for who we are, not for what we can do for each other, not because of what society says, not because what's on this person's social media, not for clout, not for any of that. So old shows could be significant, whether we're talking about Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, or even if we're talking about those sitcoms like Friends or In Living Color, A Living Single, Full House. I'm spitfiring a lot, okay? So if I am moving fast and you're like, girl, you're giving me all the messages. Yeah. This could be how fast that energy is coming in for you. Because newness, you desire newness, but the type of newness you desire needs to be rooted in nostalgia, because the newness of society doesn't really appease you. Like, AI is so wonderful, especially when you use it the right way, but you desire true authenticity, something that I love to compare love to food, because I'm a foodie. I love food. I mean, who don't like food? You don't like food? You don't like food? You know? When you are hungry for something, desiring for something, it's good to have a little appetizer, a little hors d'oeuvre, you know? But that's not going to fulfill you. The type of relationships that you have been in may have been quick relationships, may have been things that felt good or tasted good in that moment, but they didn't feed your soul. The type of love that is coming in for you is definitely going to give you something that you have not experienced, but you always knew this is what love was supposed to be. Yes, I am getting 9 of Cups energy. Very single, independent, standing on your own. I can do bad all by myself. I would love to have a person, but if a person don't show up, at least I got my money. I ain't mad at you about that. But I will tell you, with this energy, this lets me know that you're very intentional, and maybe you weren't intentional in the past. Maybe you used to allow too many people to have chances with you. And that's not to say that your roster was just rostering, because I don't feel like you're one of those type of people where you just let anybody close to you. But I do feel like you give people enough chances to show you who they are, because you don't want to feel like you're reading them wrong or looking at them wrong, because there's something about you that feels like you did that before. Like you read something wrong, or you were too serious because you were protective of your energy. That was necessary though, because I do feel like you had one specific relationship, and it could be 2, maybe even 3, but it's like one relationship that set off a chain reaction of you having this uncertainty, you being so concerned about, am I choosing correctly? Am I choosing the right people? Because this type of relationship puts you in this energy of not trusting yourself. Because I feel like before you met them, your confidence was out of the roof. Like there was nothing anybody could tell you. You know, like I said, your roster was rostering. You were attracting like never before. And I guess this is why you're also desiring nostalgic energy too. Because excuse my language, but I just feel like, you know, I ain't got no more hoes. Like that's what I'm hearing. Like, and it just, the hoes ain't like they used to be. Yeah, it's very much the death card. Like, it's dry. It's frail. Like, where are they at? Like, maybe you talk to your spirit team. Like, look, listen, do I gotta learn any more lessons? Cause I'm tired of being by myself. I'm straight. You know, I'm good. I'm okay. But, you know, I'd like to have a little entertainment, please. But you want to be entertained with the energy that could potentially grow into something. Because I do feel like you are tired of being in this energy of competition. You're not competitive in that sense. You could be very competitive with money. You could have been an athlete. Maybe you still are an athlete, like to go to the gym. Maybe you like to show off your body, but you're not flashy. Like, you may have what they call like sleeper build. Like, you may like to kind of wear baggy clothes, hoodies and stuff. But then when you pop out, people are like, oh, I didn't know you had all that under there. Like that type of energy. I like you. But this makes me feel as though you are like that because you don't want to be in this energy of being pick me. You don't want to be, as they say, a pick-me-sha. You don't. You like having attention, but when it's authentic, you don't like people all in your business. You're very private, very particular about who's around you. But when it comes down to relationships, you could have attracted the opposite. You could have ended up dating a couple pick-me-shas. You could have been with people who, and even having friends that are like that. Oh, that's the worst. When you're, you got the friend who wants all of the attention, but you are the friend that actually gets all the attention and you're not even trying. And then your friend kind of looking at you sideways like, I matter too. what is that? That reminds me of, what was it? Dorothy Dandridge. I saw this clip and I never saw the movie, but that clip stays with me. Because here it is, this woman was going through so much in her life and she was at the center of attention, just being authentically her, and her siblings hated her, absolutely hated her because she got so much attention. You could have experienced that, whether it's with your siblings or, like I said, with friends, just even with coworkers. And it doesn't matter about your gender. It's about the energy that you hold. Because feminine energy being significant lets me know that you're very creative. You're very nurturing to a certain extent, because I'm kind of getting you're only nurturing to people who matter. You don't try to just nurture everybody. You've learned that lesson before. But you have this energy of people gravitating towards you, and the people around you can sometimes resent you because of this. And maybe you get into hermit mode and you distance yourself for your protection because you don't want to have negative energy being sent towards you, especially when you know your intention is not to do anything to those people. Even if it's just to protect yourself, you feel like you shouldn't have to protect yourself with people who are close to you. So you've been in this energy of having to protect yourself with those people and having to protect yourself within your relationships. Because I'm getting the type of people who you were choosing to align with. They were either doing one of two things. Either they were maybe in lower energy, whole energy. Maybe they desired attention, needed more than what you could give them. And because of that, that may have caused insecurities in you, subconsciously competing with energy that you kind of don't know where it's coming from. Like, because I'm getting your intuition was tested during this time. Like you were in this energy of trying to have a loving relationship, but your partner had you competing with like Casper. Because I feel like your spirit team was protecting you from certain things, like protecting you from getting your heart broke. But your intuition kept letting you know anytime this person was lying to you, anytime they were cheating on you. And maybe you didn't have, or you didn't always have the confirmation that you needed to prove what they were doing. But that was the point. Always trust your intuition. Your spirit team protects you because they don't want to see you get hurt. They don't want to see you have to experience witnessing your partner with someone else. No one wants to experience that, right? So you've had to deal with competing with people subconsciously, because I feel like in your conscious mind, you didn't want to do that. And maybe you got desperate and decided to do it a couple times. I'm not upset at you for doing that, because I mean, when you really love someone, you may do a little bit of anything to try to keep that person around. But then another part of me is also getting that even if it wasn't flat out infidelity, this person fed you narcissism on a plate and presented it as a healthy, loving meal. Like they were, I won't call this love bombing, because to me, love bombing is short term. This makes me feel like it was a switch. Like out of nowhere, they just changed. And then you were fighting to get the initial version of them back, but that version never really existed. That was just a part of the mini mask that they wear. Because I feel like that was them in survival mode. And that's not to condone what they did. That's not to give them like a bypass and say like, you know, well, they were experiencing, you know, childhood trauma and all that. No, I'm just trying to make it make sense for you. So you don't assume, as you do sometimes, you get in your head, you don't assume like, oh, my energy only attracts this, and why am I the wounded healer that can't, you know, don't go for those narratives, okay? Please don't. But I'm bringing all of this up because you having to compete or prove yourself, oh, you kept doing that, whether you wanted to admit to it or not. You kept trying to prove yourself in your relationships. You did. You wanted to prove you were strong, you were worthy, you were independent, not wanting to ask for too much, not wanting to do too much. And you settled. You settled. This is why the people around you couldn't stand you, because everybody saw your worth except for you. At one point, you saw your worth, but then you stopped. It's like every time you looked in the mirror, you saw something completely different than what was there. And that was because of that energy tainting your mind and making you believe that you were less than, because it benefited them if you were less than. And I'm getting a little bit emotional as I think about this, because the hurt that you have felt, you wouldn't wish it on nobody. And you sit up and you cry sometimes thinking about how bad people did you. And you ask yourself, what did I do to deserve that? I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't do anything. Why did I have to go through that? My sweet love, as much as I want to answer that question for you, I'm not going to. And the reason why is because I don't want you to focus on that. You know why I don't want you to focus on that? It's not because your feelings are invalidated. No, that's not currently happening to you right now. Those situations, they're not happening in real time. So we're not going to worry about what happened in the past. We're going to take the lessons that we learned and we're going to move forward, because you're not experiencing that anymore. Yes, you protect yourself and you be so afraid that somebody else is going to come in and do the same thing that they did to you before. You be fearful about giving to people because in the back of your mind, you feel like, are you only here just for that? Are you only here just to take from me like everybody else took from me? Are you only here just to disturb my peace after I had to build myself up brick by brick? Do you know how hard it was for me to have to juggle my mentality and the wounds and the hurt that I had to sit up here and deal with? Because I didn't have the luxury to go to nobody else about my problems. Other people was coming to me about their problems, and I was too busy helping them because they gave me an opportunity to ignore the stuff that I did not want to deal with. I see you too doggone well, but what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to focus on these empty cups that no longer reside in your temple. You have cleared house. You have cleaned up. So what we're not going to do, we're not going to be working overtime mentally, still trying to ask the same old questions when we are not in that timeline anymore. That timeline don't exist. It don't exist. You keep putting yourself back in that timeline because it validates the loneliness that you feel. And that's what we're not going to do. No, 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 no. You're waiting for someone to show up for you. I know. You want someone who can be protective. You want someone who can love on you. You want someone whose energy exudes safety, regardless if you are desiring masculine or feminine energy. You want someone who is emotionally mature, emotionally endowed, someone who can listen to you without you having to say it 5, 6, 700,000 times. I get it. I get you more than you know. I do. But the thing about it, you have to accept the fact that you're going to receive it. Because for whatever reason, you'll have energy that appears in your life that is in this energy of being like doppelganger energy, right? It's like, you kind of appear like a person I would want to date. You kind of seem like someone who I would align with. You'll accept that. Why? Because again, it's like a sample, it's like a taste. Like, well, I know this is not my person, but I'm gonna just try it anyway. I want you to stop doing that. I want you to stop doing that. Because it's like some type of thing that you're like holding on to. Like, I can't really put my hand on it. It's like you haven't grieved those past situations entirely, which is why they keep showing up as if they're recent. A piece of you has attached your identity to those situations, and that ain't you. It ain't. Yeah, it says you need a good fucking cry. I'm gonna get vulgar with you. I told you. It said you need a good fucking cry. You do. Get that ugly cry on. Let that go. Your soul will thank you. The moment you say, dang, none of those things served me, I knew better, and I chose not to do better. I have to fix myself. When you take accountability and you accept it, it makes it easier for you to know what is for you, because then you know you are the one willingly choosing it, and it's just not being presented to you, and you're just not accepting it all in the sake of, well, I am bored, I just want something to do. No. I want you to think with logic. It says it's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. You see this? Get your head out of your ass pronto. You know what that means? You need to stop being so stuck in your ways. Stop being so hell-bent on things of the past that mean you no good, because they don't. This is why you'll have certain people that come up as being in this energy of people who you've dated before. That's why you feel like, oh, I only attract this. And they're the same with it. No. You have a choice to say no. You look familiar. This is why compare it to food. If you know doggone well you're ready to eat healthy, and you want you some chickpea curry with some I don't know, some greens on the side, and I don't know, some naan. I don't know, I'm getting like Indian food. But let's just say you want that, but yet you still see these busted Lay's potato chips and this bologna sandwich. You still gonna keep eating bologna sandwiches? Or you gonna finally get you a home-cooked warm meal that's like, dang, I ain't even need no meat over here, but this is still more fulfilling than this little raggedy sandwich. The comparisons, okay. Yeah, it says stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. Ooh, your spirit team be talking shit to you. Okay. But I feel like that came up because some of you may feel like you're getting punished for things that are happening to you. Like, remember when I said you may be asking your spirit team, like, do I got any more lessons I need to learn? Is it anything else? Not necessarily. You get to decide, what are you manifesting into your life? You keep telling yourself, I ain't gonna never find my person. Okay, you ain't gonna never find your person. You keep telling yourself, I keep attracting the same people. Okay, and the same raggedy bitches finna be coming up to your door. Stop cursing yourself. You're too powerful for that. What did I tell you? You're too powerful for that. How is it you can speak negativity and believe negativity, but the moment where positivity shows up, it's like, no, that's too good to be true. I have not seen it. I have not experienced it. Well, duh, because you don't believe in it. You are the key. You are connected directly with the source. How you have all this faith, but your beliefs don't align to your actions? Huh? Tell me, because love is here. I ain't gonna hold you too long. We're gonna see who's coming in for you. That's what we're gonna see. Show me. Speaking from the words directly from Oshun, show me who is coming in for this collective. Oh, what type of energy they can expect? Yeah, because you'd be bored out of your freaking mind. You have a person who wants to come and take you out. They're like spending time with you. They say, I love being with you. We have so much fun together. When's the last time you really had fun with somebody and you didn't have to lay up in the bed or on somebody's mama couch or something? You was really having fun with this person. You ain't had to hardly spend no money, none of that. You guys were genuinely enjoying each other's company, because energy is currency. You ain't got to spend a lot of money to have fun. And yeah, you don't got to go a lot of places, but stop laying up in people's houses, okay? Stop. Don't do that, okay? Just don't. You shouldn't be going to nobody's place of residency until like after 90 days. Maybe 30 for some of you, because some of y'all be a little too impatient. I'll just be... Anyway, is this heart locked down? I'm not open for love, but when I am, you're going to need the combination. Exactly. I like to see this, because this lets me know the fact that you're intentional, you need to have the standards that match the intention. Yes, you're grown, you're an adult, you can make whatever choices you want to, but when you walk with this energy of self-preservation, that lets people know who are dating you, you're not one to be fucked with. That also lets them know if you're doing this with them, you're doing it with other people too. So they're going to hold you at a higher regard versus the person that's just like, oh yeah, sure, I'll come to your house on the third date. In their mind, they're like, oh, okay, they probably do this with everybody. Even if you don't, people don't know you like that. How are they going to know? What, because you told them? I don't do this with everyone. Yeah, right. Put your money where your mouth is. Show people who you are. Because that's the problem that you had with some of those people you were dating. You were believing their words and not their actions when they kept showing you time after time again, I don't really like you. But yeah, in the back of your mind, they love me. They just don't know it yet. I have to put the love in them. I have to just love the love into them, because if I love them the way I want to be loved, then they will know how to love me. That is not how that works. That is not how. If a person wants to, they will. The same way they can go to a job and listen to their supervisor and do the job that needs to be done. They will listen to you. You don't have to do much. But if they don't feel like you have the superiority for them to respect your authority, they're not gonna listen to you. This is how you'll have people at a job who they'll listen to certain supervisors, but they don't listen to all of them, because it's like, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing. You always say you're gonna write me up. You ain't gonna write me up. You always say you're gonna leave that person alone, but you never do. That's why they never believe you with your little empty threats. I'm saying this to stamp something in you that maybe has always been there, but maybe you just needed me or, you know, your ancestors to smack a little sense into you. They say you need to have your love on lockdown, and the type of person that you're going to attract is going to have their love on lockdown too. Because when you rather have someone who was very picky and choosy about who they date, you would rather that, right? You don't want somebody who just be dating any and everybody. Like, I want someone who kind of stingy. That way, when I am with that person, it's like, oh, I know it's real. Because you turn them down, them down, them down. This person all in my DMs talking about, oh, we was, and then, no. 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 Yeah, it says slow down, pace. Literally, slow down. Getting to know you. Let's see if we're compatible. This is someone who wants to move slow with you. That is intentional, because you need to move slow. I'm not saying that your love life is going to be slow. I'm saying that the right person for you is going to move slow. Because while we moving fast, like we plan on being unalive tomorrow. No, we're not doing that. I want to spend plenty of time with my person. I want to be traveling the world with my person. Forget little matching pajamas during the holidays, baby. I want to have matching cars. I want to have matching estates. That's what I want. I don't want that little frou-frou stuff. I don't care about no doggone clothes. Show me where your love lies for real. Because the same way that person can buy you some cute little jammies, they can buy somebody else some pajamas, some perfume, or some clothes. Just a little surface level stuff that don't mean nothing for real. But this is why your spirit team wants you to, again, be intentional. because the time is here. The love you have been desiring, it's here. It is. You just have to move slow as you receive it. That's where longevity is, because guess what? With a really good meal, it takes a while for it to get cooked. If you want something fast, yeah, it's gonna be ready quick, but it ain't gonna last you. I want something that at least got some leftovers. You know what I mean? Like, I want something that's gonna make me full, and then I ain't gotta worry about getting hungry again, because they already ready to feed me all over again. You know, you gotta start thinking like that. And some of y'all don't. Some of y'all just think too fast. Like, you want to try everything. You want to mess around and try something you can't get rid of, and then it's just stuck in your house. Let's get more details on these people or this person, because as of now, I'm getting one specific energy that wants to come in for you. So I'm not gonna keep you long. Ooh, you got two specific people. I figured some of you have more, but I feel like there's going to be two specific people that are really going to catch your attention. I'm going to get a bit of comparative energy between these two individuals. Show me what I need to see in regard to these two people. What is the difference between them? We're going to say person A and person B. I'm not going to let you choose. You're just going to sit back and listen. Yeah, person A. The roots of person B. Physical features for person A. Physical features for person B. Overall energy when it comes to how they treat you, person A. Overall energy where how person B treats you. Your spirit team and who they suggest you end up being with. Because we like to do that. Because even though they present you with options, sometimes they have an idea of ultimately what's going to be best for you. Because a lot of times when your spirit team is bringing you people, everyone that's meant to be in your life is not meant to last a long time. Just like the vessel that you're in, that's temporary. Yes, your soul is permanent. You can bounce back. You can choose to leave this realm and be an ancestor. You can come back as a spirit guide, as some type of spiritual totem, or you can reincarnate and start all over again. Ultimately, because you know this energy of permanence and how it actually works, when you're meeting people, allow yourself to accept who they are in that moment, and then move with grace for yourself and the reasoning behind them being there. Because some of you took certain energy from people and you tried to create permanence when that was just meant to give you an idea of something. And maybe the idea could have been, hey, you need to learn how to let people of the opposite sex be respectful and giving to you without you having to give or do anything in return except for be you. Or it could have been, hey, you need to be in this energy of building friendships with people of the same sex without it having to be competition, without it having to be something beyond love. It can just be a respect for one another. It doesn't have to go beyond what you initially feel it should. But that takes you having to be in those situations to actually experience it. Because I can tell you something all day, but it's different when you're actually living it. See what I mean? Like, you don't really know something until you have to go through the process of being in the thick of it. So I hope that helps you. Now, let's get into person A, person B, and then we're going to wrap it up from here. Ashe. Person A, let's get their overall energy. And person B, ooh, well, shut your mouth and keep on talking. Okay. Both of these people are giving me air energy, which means that they are great at communicating. Ooh. I'm going to separate this for a second. We're going to focus strictly on A, and then we're going to focus strictly on B. Okay, I'm going to try. No, forget that. We're going to put it together. Because I'm like, yeah, no. We're just going to put it together, okay? And you can just choose, okay? You can just choose. Just imagine you looking at two different plates of foods. You know, you at the, what is it called? Well, I can't get this out. You're at the buffet. You're trying to decide, I want this section? I want this section. You don't look at them together. Okay. Oh, the ancestors is speaking from me. Ashe. Okay. So person A, they give me wounded warrior energy. This makes me feel like this is a person who could reflect back to you certain things you need to work on. I am not under the assumption this is a twin flame energy. If you choose to go down that specific, you know, timeline, you want that type of love, by all means, that's your business. I don't actually feel like this is it, unless that is what you are claiming. By all means, free fruit. Feel free to do you, okay? Is that fruit? What the heck is going on with my tongue? Mercury energy. This person could definitely have Gemini placements in their chart. The fact that I was like, da-da-da-da. Okay. Also, this person is very goofy. The fact that I got into this energy of being goofy and I began to reflect on just random things that had nothing to do with this reading that I'm doing. I feel like this person, that's how they cope with the hurt that they feel. Laughter helps them cope. Because I'm getting like Robin Williams, and I'm not thinking that your person is in this energy of self-harm or wanting to escape and just leave, but it's that type of situation where this person could be the life of the party, but behind closed doors, they go through a lot. And I'm not saying that to scare you. It's just to make you aware of the type of person who you are dating, because you could absolutely relate to what I just said. This is someone who they desire to show up as someone who their younger self would have been proud of, someone who they want to be a role model for people because they didn't have a good role model themselves, okay? Now, person B, this person gives me more Libra, Aquarius type of energy. They exude a lot more feminine energy, which lets me know, in comparison to A, this person knows how to receive nurture and give nurture. However, they are very content when it comes down to how things go in their life. They like structure. So I feel like the two things in common with both of them, they probably didn't receive the love that they wanted as a child. With A like laughed it off. B worked it off. B is like, hey, I know what I don't want to be. I'm going to go be the most successful person in my family. And I don't even have to come back during the holidays to see any of these people. Because I feel like with A would want to be around their family during the holidays, even though these people might have triggered them, traumatized them, done horrible things. And then when you learn about it, you might be like, now you looking at Mimo sideways at the, you know, at the dinner table. Now you looking at, you know, cousin Jerry and, you know, cousin LaShawn, like, I can't believe y'all did that to my person. Like, and you looking at your person like, you gonna sit here and just break bread with these people? Meanwhile, person B is like, what cookout? We ain't going over there with them people. No, let's go take a trip instead. Let's go do something else. Like, person B is very detached. They're not attached emotionally when it comes down to things that they care about. But when it comes down to breaking free from generational curses, B is the breaker. B is putting the B in like, no, we're bad black sheep. That's B. So that is the energy in comparison to both of them. But again, a lot of air energy for both parties. Both could have a generous amount in their chart. Now we're going to look at physical features for both of them. Okay. Oh, it's got a little hot in here. All right, so with person A gives me soft features. They have soft cheeks. This is the feminine energy. She's more soft, more plushy, not necessarily plus size unless that's what you're into, because I know love comes in all shapes and sizes. We do not discriminate here in Oshu's Oracle, okay? But this is someone who, they have weight on them and it looks good. Like, this is someone who you would want to like wrap and cuddle with, and like, I'm getting this desire of you're not gonna want to get away from this person. Like, the separation that you feel with them, it pains you. So when this person hurts you, they hurt you in a good way. Getting a few 18 plus messages, if you know what I mean. Like, okay. But I also feel like this person does give off runner type of energy. So even when I'm channeling like physicality, this could be someone who is very attractive, not attractive by society standards, but so attractive that it might scare you. Especially considering I brought up how this person, excuse me guys, let me get some water. I don't want to stop this video. Oh, when I say I'm hot, I'm hot. Okay. But we're not stopping this video because I refuse to edit. I refuse. I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna upload this with all of it. So I hate that y'all had to, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Back to your person. The fact that I got choked up, you might get choked up seeing your person. Maybe that's also something that your person likes to do to you. You know what I mean? You know? But I do feel, again, this person is so attractive to the point where, you know how I brought up how they can be like the life of the party? It may scare you that they get so much attention. And if you've dealt with infidelity, you may have this fear that this person is going to step out on you. And maybe they have this friendly type of energy too. They may have a friendly look about them. Yeah. To where the fact that I have to keep grabbing water with this person, maybe that's gonna bother you. Maybe you're gonna want them to shut up. Like, why you being so friendly? Are you all of them people? Okay. With B is quiet. I'm getting the quiet storm. They're mysterious. They like to wear a lot of dark colors, not necessarily black. If this is a masculine energy, I'm just gonna say gray sweatpants. And this is a feminine energy, Lululemon leggings. You know what I mean? And I don't even care for like name brand stuff, but immediately I'm just getting their body shape. It's like, so where you going today? What you I don't know why I'm getting ninja assassin with them too, because you see how like my energy is calming down now. This is someone who, for their personality, I'm getting air energy. Like I said, Libra and Aquarius. Libra is very balanced. Aquarius is very mysterious, very cutthroat. Physically, I'm getting water and earth. So this is someone who, like, their aesthetic could be very romanticized, but very down to earth when it comes down to the clothing. So even if this person, their clothes are very earthy or very monotone, but they like accessories. right? So even if this is a masculine energy, the details may be in his jewelry, whether it's dainty, or his shoes, or his cologne. Like something about this person's energy, it lingers. So even with feminine energy, she may like to wear a lot of rings, a lot of bracelets, maybe earrings, because I'm getting gold in the day, silver at night. Very intentional about receiving attention. But it's like when this person comes in, they demand attention just from their presence alone. Okay. All right. Some of you are wanting to know about nationality. I don't want to get too deep in that. The collective is too big. I don't want to get too deep in that. But just take what I just gave you, okay? Now we're going to look at how each of these people treat you. As I get back to A, I need to get water again. I don't know, A. I'm looking at you sideways now. Choking me out and stuff. How does A treat you? Oh, how does B treat you? Oh, okay. So there's a difference between the two, but baby, for A, you are going to be their strength. They look at you as someone who is like I'm hearing identity coded. I don't really know what that means or what this person is trying to say. But the only thing that makes sense to me is that they view you as one of a kind. You bring in this energy that makes them feel safe, seen, heard, and felt. You give them joy, but you also give them reassurance. You make them believe that love can exist again because they haven't met anyone that's just like you. Someone who can make them feel fierce and strong, but can also allow them to be vulnerable and authentic without judging them and calling them weird. You changed this person. And maybe with me getting choked up with them, maybe that's how they are with you. Maybe it's difficult for them to find their words because they're always so good with their words. But being with you is like, oh, I gotta get it together. Like they're actually trying with you. And they're not a person who's used to having to try hard, unless we're talking about their childhood when they were trying to receive love by going above and beyond, and that was never enough. But them accepting who they are as a person and people are just constantly gravitating towards them, I feel like you don't make it easy for them. You may think that you do. They don't feel like you make it easy for them because they feel like they have to try really hard with you, even though in your mind you might be like, you don't have to try, just be yourself. No, it's like a piece of them, it's like they're afraid of you. You scare this person. And that might be another reason why I was getting that runner energy, like them wanting to still indulge with funness outside of you, not to necessarily validate them because they're insecure, but it's something about a fear of not being good enough. Because remember, I told you in their childhood, they never felt like they were good enough. And maybe they're tying you to that, like maybe I'll never be good enough for this person, but at least, you know, the crowd loves me. Something along the lines of that. Yeah. Now with B, with B, I'm hearing all I need. You are all I need. With them, your energy is coming out as the Queen of Pentacles. And if you know anything about tarot, the Queen of Pentacles is the wealthiest queen. She's the most nurturing queen, in my opinion, aside from the Queen of Cups. And this is both under, of course, the Empress and the High Priestess. But with this specific queen, it's like this person wants to give you anything that you want. Like you can have whatever you like that. You want that? Okay, it doesn't matter. Get it for them. Like, yeah, she can have it all. He can have it all. Like, I'm getting like they got money. Remember how I told you this person, they were working to bypass some of the healing that they needed to do. Not to say that they were just completely avoidant, but to them it's like, if I can't have the family that I want, I'll go build my own family. I'll go find my own soul tribe. I don't have to try to make these people accept me for who I am, right? But with you, they feel like you're a part of their soul family, which is why they want to do any and everything to make life easy for you, because they didn't have anyone to make life easy for them. So now that they are in a financial position to do that for you, they're like, hey, what you want? I got you. Like, it's giving me Mufasa. Regardless of their gender, I promise you, but it's giving me Mufasa. Like in the live action Mufasa, when he gets, Sarabi, and he's like, I got you. I got you. Like, this is how this person would coddle you. So even if we're talking about a feminine energy, you could be laying on her lap and she can be like just massaging your scalp like, hey, baby, I got you. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You hungry? You want some food? Like, don't get it twisted. It doesn't matter if this person is in true feminine energy, true masculine energy. This person is like, I want to cater to you because, baby, this is your day. Do anything for my love. Baby, you blow me away. Like, that's why I said, ooh, when I first saw this, because I felt it. It's like with person A, you are their strength. Person B, you are the rock. And it's the same energy, but it depends on what it is that you want. It really depends on what you want. So now, before I end this live, the video. You know what I mean. Before I end this, I want to see who your spirit team feels that you would be more aligned to based on the energy that they present me. They play so much. They want you to choose. Wow. Typically, the type of cards that I was looking for a definitive yes and no. They literally gave me neutral cards to where they are saying, stop waiting for us to give you the sign. Stop waiting for other people to tell you what to do. When you decide and you choose, you get to live with that choice with no regret. So this makes me feel like with you, maybe you did listen to other people in the past and then you regretted it because maybe, and it could have been something small or it could have been something huge. Like maybe you were debating about moving somewhere or living somewhere and you listened to somebody else. Like, no, don't go over there. The people may not accept you or it may cost too much. And maybe that decision kind of haunts you because maybe you think like, dang, would my life still look like this had I decided to move and stay there instead of being where I am now? Even if it's, school related. Maybe someone told you should go to school for this and maybe you wanted to do something else. And maybe they told you like, oh, you ain't gonna make no money doing that, or that industry is overly saturated. You can't stand out. Like maybe someone really gave you some bad advice and maybe they felt like they were doing it out of love. But I need you to know people can be good to you and still be bad for you. I'm gonna say that one more time. People can be good to you and still be bad for you. Trust your intuition. You're gonna have to walk this path. So regardless of what I say, you better listen to your higher self. Because even when it comes down to A, what they're giving me is more so what to look out for. And I like that. With A, you need to look out for stability in regard to newness, because with A, the fact that I got Gemini with them and Gemini is mutable. No, I said that wrong. No. Yes, I said it right. The fact that I hesitated though, this person could be wavering, like they're indecisive. So you have to bring in a little bit of cardinal or fixed energy with them to help them decide, because they kind of go with the flow. They just go along with anything because they're afraid to get it wrong. So it's like, well, if I just go with the flow, it'll always lead me where I'm supposed to go. but you would bring this person more structure. If you choose B, there is a need to create longevity with this person because they're very cutthroat. They're very, I want things to go a certain way. I'm used to things going a certain way. If you can't come in and add in what I already have, then that means you're automatically subtracting. Not so cutthroat to a point where it's like, it's their way or the highway. I don't mean it that way. What I mean is this person is used to having to start over. They're used to things. They're used to having to adjust, but they're used to doing it with structure. What they're not used to is adding someone into the picture, and then now they have to deal with you not having structure. So I feel like there is a piece of you that could be in this energy of indecisiveness too. So if you decide to choose A, you would definitely have to be the one to create structure, because two indecisive people, yeah, good luck with that. Not saying it's not going to work, but you would definitely have to be the one to create structure. With B, structure is already there. You would just need to get used to either having structure with this person or creating structure of your own, because this person will help you create structure, but you can't bring this person chaos when they're used to having clarity. They're not gonna like that. And I feel like that might be the only type of issue that you and this person may have. So if you know that you're a pretty structured person, then that might not apply to you. It may just be like scheduling conflicts, maybe starting out because you guys are moving so slow. You may have this fear of, well, we'll never have time for each other. That's going to change. If anything, it may be something that this person has to finish as a sovereign individual that you can't help them with, or you're not meant to be around them when they do it. And the same could apply to you. You may have certain things that you need to get done. You may have energetic residue that you need to get rid of before this union can really take off the way it needs to go. Same thing for A. So structure is very, very important for both of these relationships to be fulfilled the way you are intending for them to be fulfilled for your highest good, okay? I wanted to keep this video under an hour, so I feel like I'm going to stop right there. If you have enjoyed another episode with Oshun Oracle, I want you to hit that like button. Make sure you leave a comment. Which person are you feeling more drawn to? Are you feeling more drawn to A? Are you feeling more drawn to B? Maybe you're not drawn to either. Maybe you already have somebody in mind that kind of gives you a little bit of energetic residue from either side. Hey, the ball is in your court. You get to decide what you want to do moving forward. So, as I always say, be safe, stay dangerous, know that I love you, know that the Most High absolutely loves you. Don't let anyone make you feel less than. Protect yourself at all costs, okay? Until we see each other again, I love you. Bye.